Hello all, this is Deco Fanblade, and today I'm going to be talking about the second generation 20GB iPod. This one came out in 2002, and while second generation iPods came in 10 and 20GB, I got the 20GB right here. As you can see, it is really big. Well, not big, I'm just saying it's basically like holding a deck of cards. Steve Jobs once actually said it. A lot of people confuse the third generation iPod for being the first iPod to come out, quote unquote, and just being like, hey, most of my friends go around saying like, hey, I have the first iPod. Then I'm like, oh, cool, can you show it to me? And he's like, yeah, and he pulls out a third generation iPod, which, in all honesty, that is not one of the first iPods to come out. The first iPod, however, looked pretty much like this. However, a few aesthetic differences with the first generation is that the first generation has a scroll wheel, a physical scroll wheel that actually turns, and as we can see on the top, the first generation has a white white recess right here that connects the plastic to the whole board. This one instead has it segmented where you have metal in between the ports. Secondly, the first generation iPod does not have the port cover, all right, and but it still has the same array of ports like it is shown right here. And as you all know, the older iPods, the first and second generation, only got had a connectivity of FireWire 400 ports, not a 30-pin dock connector like the third generation and so forth iPods had. And so basically, I'm just gonna give a rundown of the iPod here. The first generation came out in 5GB first, then a 10GB came out in late 2002, if I recall. Then the second generation came out being 10GB and 20GB, and also the 5GB version. However, a different thing that Apple made with the second generation is that it made that Windows compatible, meaning you could buy Windows or Mac compatible versions of the iPod. This one right here was a Windows compatible iPod when it was first bought, as it came with the Music Match software, which was the Windows port for the iPod. It wasn't iTunes back then, it was called Music Match. And you could actually hook it up to Windows. I believe it was compatible with Windows 98 up to Windows XP. And you could connect these and sync your music, basically like iTunes. And iTunes work the same way. So what I'm gonna be showing a few things that this little device can do. First off, we're gonna wake it up because it's in sleep. And as we can't see pretty much that well on the monochrome screen, this doesn't have a color screen. We're gonna turn on the screen. There we go. So right off the bat, we're greeted with the intro menu here. We got music, extras, settings, shuffle, songs, backlight, and while I have a song playing that I'm gonna demo just really quick for the sound quality. The menu changed over time. I said it first came like playlist, artist, browse, and a few other menu items that were on there. But I believe it was in 2004 when Apple made the revision of changing the menu setup. So I'm gonna go into music, and right off the bat, you're greeted with playlist, artist, browse, and you can actually make your own playlists and such. I don't have any playlists, unfortunately, because I never got around to making any. I just really pretty much shuffled all the music and everything all the time. Well, not really. I just like to look around songs and just play them as I came across. And like I got some music right here and everything. I'm like I got like a lot of things. You could actually look at genres, and basically it would take you to another. Let's go on audiobooks. It would take you to I don't have any audiobooks there, but it would take you to the display menu, and then that way you could actually view what was in that iteration, Then we go back and we got extras. Extras is pretty much what you expect. You have a clock. I haven't bothered to adjust the clock as this actually ran out of battery when I last time I turned it on, and it just erased everything on the PROM there, on the chip. So I gotta reset everything, the time and everything. So we go back, and we have contacts, and then we have well, you could actually put contacts there and everything. I'm gonna go into the Apple, and you can have it's amazing how they didn't put John Appleseed, because that usually is Apple's sample contact. Then you also have like calendar. Hang on, calendar. There we go. You could store your own calendars, and you have. We're in January 2002. That would be awesome if we were in 2002, because that was a really cool year for me, at least. And then we have game. Now, can you guess what game that is? No? Any guesses? I'm just kidding. This game right here is the Brick Breaker game, as you would find in Blackberries and on the 3rd generation iPod, if you guys owned that one, and other generations of iPods still carried this. Even I think the iPod Classic still carried the similar game, which was like a tunnel vision, the Brick Breaker version, which was really cool. I had a lot of fun playing it. It also had like Klondike and other nice games. But yeah, I would actually have fun with this game for a lot of hours. And oh my goodness, I should have turned on the. And yeah, we have settings. The settings it actually had a wide array of settings. As you can see, it had like sound check, equalizer, the backlight timer, which I should really. I'm gonna alter the timer just so we got like more leeway into like actually making the timer last longer. And of course we got the shuffle songs, which just basically goes randomly through the songs, and you can actually switch the backlight on and off, like right here. Well, it's not gonna work because I have the timer set on and everything. And we have now playing, which I'm gonna play a song that was just playing randomly. As you can see, you can actually turn down and up the volume through the touch wheel. And I'm not gonna play the song anymore because like I don't want to get copyrighted or anything. But you get the idea. Pretty much, this is the iPod 20 gigabyte. I'm gonna modify the backlight again, because I mean I'm not gonna. Here we go. Oh boy. Hang on a second. Yep, there we go. And pretty much, guys, this was what we had back in the early 2000s. I must say it was really fun. I had a blast in those years. But this thing actually kept us pretty well entertained and stuff. And this was what was used back then. So whenever you hear someone pull out a 3rd generation iPod, the one that has the four buttons on that, and they say that's the first iPod, just look at a similar version of the 4th generation that has a wheel and tell them that pretty much looks like that. No, I'm just kidding. Either way, man. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching, and hope you all have a great day. God bless you guys, and I'm sorry I made this video a little longer, but I just wanted to talk about this cool little device, and I'll see you guys later. Anyways, have a nice day. God bless. Bye-bye.